Now, a lot of people find a lot of roller coasters and rides across the UK scary. Whether it be rides for their heightened speed, whether it be a ride like 13 with its indoor drop, sorry for the spoilers 12 years later, or maybe something like this, for how torturous it is. So I'm here today to share UK rides and roller coasters that I found scariest when riding for the first time, or maybe just in general. And then if you guys want to leave what rides and attractions you find scariest in the UK in the comments, I might make a part 2. And no, don't worry, this isn't like last time with the cue the non-copyright music. Welcome back to top 5 scariest roller coasters in the world. And without further ado, Oblivion at Alton Towers. Now, I did this, I want to say, when I was about 11 years old. And I remember walking into that queue and thinking, if this queue is longer than 5 minutes and I have to sit and watch it for the whole time, I am not going on it. But there wasn't a queue. So this one, I didn't bawl my eyes out on. You sit down, you got the Lord of Darkness saying that all the basket case. And you set off up the not very tall lift hill, but obviously the drop is a lot bigger. With how slow it goes up that lift hill and how steep it is, and then how slow it goes round the top as well to that holding brake. Oh, it's just, it's scary. And you reach the hold and you're just looking over the whole of that area and you're thinking, why did I even do this? And you drop down into what's nearly a 200-foot drop and you hop up into the brake run. And yeah, if you can't tell, on the first ride, it scared the hell out of me. But one ride that I sit on nowadays, and I think, I'm actually a bit worried for this, is for some reason, Revolution at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I don't know why, but the feeling of going backwards through that loop is just, it's unlike anything else. Now, the ride itself is pretty basic. You launch off, down a drop, into a loop, and then up a hill, and then you just do it again backwards, which sounds fine, but the feeling you get, it's mad. And not only that, walking up to ride it, walking up those stairs, and the whole structure just shaking whenever it reaches the station, it's a bit unnerving, but it is a very underrated and good ride. Alongside another ride which I used to hate, Nemesis at Alton Towers. Here we go. I was like 9 years old, I think, and I was sat there and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and ride Nemesis, because by that point, the only ones I'd ever done was Air and 13. That's as big as I had gone, and I was deciding to jump all the way to Nemesis. I don't know what I was thinking. So I was with my entire family, and we get to the station after a short queue. I sit down, and the amount of tears coming from my eyes, I'm surprised there wasn't a flood warning. So I'm there crying my eyes out, wanting to get off, and the staff member comes along, pushes my restraint down, and goes to my parents, "Do you want to get him off? Because he doesn't seem like he wants to be here." And they just went, "Nah, keep him on." So cheers. And in the matter of the 30 seconds that Nemesis lasts, I somehow went from hating it to absolutely loving it. So there we go. But a ride that still has me fearing for my life is Detonator at Thorpe Park. Now, I would say all the drop towers in the UK, so Apocalypse mainly, because oh my god, that one's not fun either. But I thought out of all of them, I'd mainly talk about Detonator, purely because the 3-click challenge is disgusting. And if you don't know what the 3-click challenge is, basically, when you have your restraint, you pull it down as tight as you possibly can, but there's a challenge where you only pull it down so it clicks 3 times, and you have this much room between you and the restraint. Yeah, the first time I ever did it, here's my reaction to it. I didn't know, I was seeing stars, as I said. Now, those are the 4 main ones, but I do have a few honourable mentions. The Ultimate at Lightwater Valley was just scary, purely because bracing myself for the impact of some of those turns, it's horrendous. Ramesses Revenge when it was at Chessington, I really don't regret riding it now, but back then, I definitely did. The big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and I mainly mean that for the first drop in the back row, because it literally felt like I was just going to fling out into the sea. And of course, guys, we've got to do the funny. Flying fish. And yeah, as said, feel free to leave the rides that scare you the most in the UK in the comments, and I'll definitely do a part 2 soon.